I have a question. Everyone. I guess once you're all back in here, once everybody's back in, I have a question. Yes, I am back. Thank you, Liana. Thank you, Ron. So, here's the thing. My internet didn't go out. Guys, I didn't lose internet connection. I don't know what that was. I lost connection to the stream, right? But my internet still worked. The chatbot was still up. My browser was still working. My phone, which is connected to my Wi-Fi, was still working. I don't know what that was. Anyways, my internet's fine. Do you remember the chords from Lush Dream? Asked Dar. I don't. But you know what? Because it's you, Dar, I can try to learn them. How about that? Twitch has been having some trouble lately, says Sab. Sab, I feel like that is just the narrative of Twitch, isn't it? Twitch has been having trouble lately. You know, it's just always having trouble. I love Twitch. No, that's not even a joke. I unironically do. I like it here. It's fun. Everybody's very nice, but or at least most of the time. But I feel you know what, here's how I feel. And we didn't want to get into this. We didn't want to get into this, did we? But there's like so many moving parts now to stream, where it's like I have my chat bot, I have my Streamlabs, I have my keyboards, I have my Fruity Loops, I have my interfaces, I have my mic, I have all these different things. And so whenever something goes wrong, I have my internet. Whenever something goes wrong, I'm like, I have no idea who to blame right now. Could just be, I was looking at a, hold on. I can't think and spell at the same time. And I don't have enough SEO that I can just type in Lush Dream. Oh my god. I'm sorry if anything horrible is happening in the chat. Hey, what's up, Aang? The most moving parts. Yeah, there's just so many moving parts. YouTube, the simple days. Thanks, Lindsay. Yeah, guys, remember when it was just a camera on a windowsill? Remember those days? Remember Instagram live streams? Take me back. Not really, though. I hate Instagram now. I went into an Instagram live stream recently, and it was just somebody having they were basically just FaceTiming another person. Is that what Instagram live streams are now? Just people kind of calling each other while the chat goes wild and nobody acknowledges the chat? Not acknowledging a chat feels so weird to me, because I feel like, yeah, says Cyber. It feels weird to me because it feels like I'm just kind of doing something, like I'm eating a sandwich and there's a bunch of like strangers shouting things like, ah ha ha ha, poggers, baby! And then you just pretend they don't exist? Is that the thing? Oh, this is going to be very hard. Dar. This is going to be impossible. I didn't play this on piano. Oh, but these chords go hard as heck. It's also got a weird time signature. Sorry, Aang says they just sit and like people ask them questions and they don't even read back the questions and just answer. It's up to you to guess which question they answered. Yeah, the only reason I try to do better about that, Aang, I'm actually glad you brought that up. Oh my god, I'm glad you brought that up. What the heck? There's a whole thing around interview etiquette. Oh my god, this is such a good topic. Okay, Lush Dream is my third favorite song by you, says Dar. Wow. Sorry, Lucy. Sorry. I can't have confidence in myself in the moment. I can only have retroactive confidence. That's how that works. Ron says, honestly, the larger streamers don't read most comments, so it's like a competition to get your thing read, which is the nice things about smaller people like you. Yeah, just the little guys like me. But seriously, okay, so there's this thing called interview etiquette, right? Where a lot of times in an interview, and I can even show you guys some of mine later, not today, but there's a thing in interview etiquette where if someone asks you a question, you include the question in your answer. And so, like, if somebody's like, Omni, well, what are your top favorite, like your top 3 ice cream flavors? You would say, well, if I had to choose out of all of the ice cream flavors, just 3 that would be my top ice cream flavors, they'd have to be number 1, walnut. You know, you have to like include the question and the answer, because a lot of people that are just going to be watching the interview, especially the way they edit interviews, sometimes they'll just have your answer. And so it kind of looks like you are confidently talking about yourself. Like, yeah, I remember back when I worked with Jack Nicholson, he said the most inspiring thing to me. They don't include the question where they say, you know, what was maybe the most inspiring thing an actor has ever said to you on set? They don't include that part. And so there's a lot of times in like my early interview days where I would go to do interviews, and I also kind of blame them for not prepping me and for the way it was edited. But it's just the whole thing is rubbish. It's just like a bunch of like video of me like playing live on stage, and then it cuts to my head and I'm just going like, yeah, man, wild stuff. And then like back to me playing, and then back to me and it's just like, pizza man. Yeah, man. Oh my God, Houston, Texas? Unreal. And then it cuts back to me playing chords. It's horrible. Please remember to have interview etiquette. And so a lot of times when I'm answering questions in the chat, I try to read the question, and I also try to read who's asking it, because the chat, I didn't used to have the chat like on screen, and I do put these videos on YouTube. And so it would be silly for somebody like watching me play live, and then occasionally I stop playing and I'm like, pickles? Not in this world, buddy. And then I keep playing. Like, it's not a very fun watch for the YouTube people. And so I do try to include that in. Ang says it's crazy how talent has to police themselves to avoid being taken out of context due to editing. I'm still afraid of being taken out of context. It happens a lot, but I mean, I'm still afraid of it. We do what we can. What happened to Stevie Weeby, says Cyber? Oh my God, hopeful cases! Hey, it's a revenge raid! Whoa! Thank you so much, Hopeful Cases. Thank you, Liana, for being on top of the shout out. I always forget. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Also, I love your stream. It's amazing. It's great. You have such great energy. You have such great energy, and you seem to always be on it. A thing that I need to work on. But welcome, Hopeful Cases. Thank you again so much for the raid. Appreciate you. And thank you for the lurk, Sab. I appreciate it. But yeah, interview etiquette is a thing. It's a thing to try to keep, I guess, under wraps. Try to wait. Walnut is your favorite ice cream, says Sab. Is walnut an ice cream? I said walnut because I assumed walnut was not a flavor of ice cream, and I didn't want to possibly be taken out of context, like we were just talking about, and somebody clip that and go like, Omni says he doesn't have favorites, but here in episode 371, you can clearly see that he proclaims his favorite ice cream to be walnut. Seems fishy. It's like a listicle of like all the times that I've been like caught, all the times I've been caught lying on stream. Is it really I'm sure there's a walnut ice cream flavor, actually. They have ice cream flavors for everything. Can we do a 372? We can do a 372. Guys, this is the 372nd episode of Morning Medley, and this is the 372nd sound on my keyboard. It's called Sawtooth Lead. That is Sawtooth Lead 2. I like it. I'm more of a square and sine wave man myself, but the saw can get it sometimes. The saw can get it. The Revenge of Gabriel. Holy crap, is Gabriel here? Oh crap, Gabriel. We miss him. Ron says, I'll tell you what my friend once ate hot and sour Doritos flavored ice cream. Walnut is expected even. Yeah, right. Hot and sour Doritos. Is that even a chip? Sorry, I got kind of like ate up in my own Discord because I said that Doritos were whack. I don't like Doritos. If anybody offers me Doritos, the dopest flavor, I don't know, just imagine what the dopest flavor is. If somebody offers me a dope Dorito flavor, and then somebody next to them offers me just a regular tortilla chip, like a Mission tortilla chip, I'm going with the Mission Man myself. I don't really, like, as a kid, oh my god, as a kid, I used to love Flavor Dust. I can remember having Pringles as a kid, and some of you guys have had Pringles, and you know how, like, when you grab a chip, and the Flavor Dust is not evenly distributed. Sometimes you'll grab a chip, and that boy is ashy. Like, he doesn't have it. And then you'll grab another chip, and it's like, it's got a little bit of the, like, red gradient, and you're like, this is what I wanted. This is what we needed. I'm getting to a point in my life now where, like, Flavor Dust kind of, like, I want less of it. I want less Flavor Dust. I kind of just give me the chip. Give me the thing. I don't want frosting. I don't want sprinkles. I don't need filling. I just want the thing. Give me the thing. I want the grain. That's all. Anyways, what were we talking? Oh, the ice cream walnut. Yeah, probably so. It's definitely one of those things that died for me with adulthood. Less dust, please. Yeah, less dust. Sprinkle me, main, says Liana. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. There's a lot of things that I remember as a kid eating or drinking and thinking, this is so bland. Like water, sorry. As a kid, I remember, like, drinking water from a water fountain, and it just tasted like pennies, and somebody had, like, been, like, sucking on it, making contact. Sorry. That's a reference to an old stream. Anyways, like, I remember, like, drinking that water and just being like, man, this sucks, bro. This is basically wet oxygen. Can somebody give me some flavor, please? And now the amount of water I consume, I pay money for water, guys. I pay money on water. I pay money on canned water. That's how bad it's gotten. It's hard, man. When I have the Calpis on Fridays, guys, I have, like a sugar high for the entire weekend. Like, I can't do it. Tea, though. And that's another thing. I love tea now. And as a kid, I remember drinking tea and being like, this tastes like dishwater. This tastes like dirty water. This tastes like miso soup. I don't like this. Miso soup, another thing I like now as an adult. Anyways, did we give up on Lush Stream? We haven't given up. It's just been pushed back because I got a little distracted. But I will say, Lush Stream, Dar, is probably going to have to be a Friday thing. If I can remember and you're in the Friday stream, I'll do it specifically for you because I made Lush Stream with a mouse and keyboard. I didn't make it with a hand and keyboard. I didn't make it that way, and so some of those chords aren't natural to me to play, to perform. In the same way that if you just said, can you relearn Dark Roast or something like that, I know I played that on a keyboard. But I'm still going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it an honest try. How about that, Dar? Can I still request a song then? You can, Dar. You can. You can if you like. Oh, that feels close. I don't have it. You made vanilla with mouse and you somehow learned it. I did do that, but it did take me a while. I did have to learn it from looking at the actual chords on the thing, right? This movement is so, like, it gives me a feeling. That's why I throw it into everything, right? Hey, what's up, Days? I loved making this part of the song. I wish Tom were here now. I love it when somebody's really good at drum programming or drumming, and they can just like while out while I just kind of just put chords on top of it. That crap feels so fun. But thank you for that, Dar. Did you like it? Do you like the song, Chocolat? New York. Fashion Week. Unique. Low. Chic. J'adore. La Mystique. I love listening to that part of the song, says Umbe. Yeah, it's a fun part of the song, isn't it? What plant is Booba? And also, I love that last one you played. Yeah, the last one was called Chocolat. It's off of my EP Quick Breath. Booba is this one. It's a heartleaf philodendron, or at least I thought it was, but now all of its leaves are growing with holes in them. All the new leaves. I talked about this last stream, that like the leaves are growing with holes in them now, and so that I don't know if it's like some kind of weird form of a monstera, or if it's just like a monstera that it took it a while to get its wings or something. I don't actually know what's going on with Booba, so I don't know how to confidently say what he is anymore, but he's big. He's big now. I was wrong, it is a monstera, says Lindsay. This boy was mislabeled in the store, but I mean, I guess that's easy to do when it doesn't have its holes yet. So Booba, eventually all of the leaves are gonna look like that. That's really interesting. He's gonna be with me for a long time. Once I die, I would like to get ground up into little pieces and then put it in soil. Yeah, become the plant. All of the Quick Breath tape has to be a fave of mine. Has been a fave of mine lately, says Titanium. Thanks so much, Titanium. I appreciate that. Ooh, Agnes very rarely gets redeemed this early anymore. Usually I'm having to shove Agnes between other plants, so this is nice. How's the volume for you guys? Thank you, Lucy, for redeeming Agnes. Thanks, Leon. No crunch, maybe? Titanium says Quick Breath plus Ego Death are connected, right? They are connected. Lindsay, thanks for giving Pangu the sub. Penguin Boo. I say your name like I'm reading it in katakana. Penguin. I want to say Pengu all the time. Sorry if you don't like it. Please tell me. Don't let me do this. Don't let me do this if it's bad. But I say Pengu. I don't even read the Inbu anymore. Quick Breath and Ego Death are connected, Titanium. They were actually supposed to be one album. It was Quick Breath and Ego Death started off as a 20-track album called Quick Breath Ego Death. Like Quick Breath / Ego Death. And then because of the jarring swap between the energies of Quick Breath being a little bit more moody and energetic, and Ego Death being very chill and ambient, I thought that they might shine better if they were split into two pieces and allowed their own releases. Instead of somebody trying to listen to Quick Breath Ego Death, maybe somebody really likes the album Quick Breath Ego Death, but they're like, I hate ambient music. I only like half of these songs. I would rather, for that consumer, give them the opportunity to like all of one thing instead of being divisive. Penguin. I love that. I like double albums and projects that are linked together. Same, Titanium. I like albums that are linked together, and I love sequels. I love like Carter 3 and like Blueprint 3 and stuff like that. I love stuff like that. Make me feel good. It's a Love Below speaker box conundrum. Exactly, Aang. Exactly. My opinion, Quick Breath melts into Ego Death perfectly for me. Oh, word up. Word up, Titanium. I like that. Also, Titanium, yeah, the track titles are inversions of each other. Not textually, but conceptually. Ooh, I just riddled that out. Hey, I thought I was going to get stuck on that one. Anyways, they're conceptual inverses. Inversions is the right term of each other. Right, like we have a Chocolat on Quick Breath, and then we have Vanilla on Ego Death. Oh boy, album versions. I'm about it. I'm actually about it. I thought about doing it again, but I don't want to be a one-trick pony. I want to be at least a 3-trick pony. Oh snap, I didn't notice that. That's so cool. Oh, that's so dope. Thanks, Titanium. I didn't even catch that. I'll be listening intently to each song. It's reverse song now. Yeah, they're inversions of each other. Also, the titles. Somebody give me another one. Somebody get another one. There's Going Nowhere, right? There's... And then the inversion of that is the inversion, conceptual inversion, not sonic inversion, but conceptual version of Going Nowhere is Uber to Cerritos. Right? There's Closing Down. And the inversion of that would be Open Up, which is way too ambient to play on a keyboard. If you're trying to... No, wait. No. Oh, who is that? I love that. Pengu, thank you for the bits. Here's some bits I have left over because I couldn't afford to sub. Aw, thanks for the bits, Pengu. I appreciate it. Would you like anything? Would you like something? Ambient piano playing, says Umbe. I actually used to... Okay, so this was several years ago when I was on Instagram. So 3 years ago? When I was like streaming on Instagram or so. I used to do ambient piano streams where I would have an analog delay hooked up to the keyboard and I would just live loop stuff. Man, I gotta maybe do that again just for fun. But I used to live loop, like... I can't do it obviously on this keyboard, but I would live loop a piano thing and then I would like wash out the reverb and then I would like reharmonize chords under it. Oh, okay. Wow, Viv's thing didn't even show up. How about that? Viv's thing didn't even show up. Oh, but look at how great she is. She's really crushing it. Look, it's been cropped. I like that. I don't mind that. That's pretty funny. That's funny to me. And it was like reversed. What the heck was up with that? Anyways, Viv belongs in the middle now that that Agnes has been shoved away. Word, thank you, Titanium. What the heck? Thank you, Titanium. I try to resist the urge to explain. Okay, alright. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Cause let me play, who did that? Omega 11? Let me mess around with Viv first, and then I'll do Ellis's theme, and I'll have Ellis in here. Ellis only has one leaf left. And you know what? I think we connected. I think we connected in the shower earlier. And I don't know if the connection was Ellis telling me, Omni, I am moving on to a better place. Please be not sorrowful. At my funeral, it should be a party. Do a 12-hour stream in remembrance of me and my lovely life. Remember all my beautiful... Anyways, I did have a connection, and either the message was that, or the message was, don't give up on me, man. I got one leaf left, baby. I can still come back. Hey, what's up, Sans? How you doing? How you doing? Hold on. No, I don't wanna mess with it. Those are two completely different messages, says Dar. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? You are absolutely right. Pengu loves Viv. Okay, so I'll get Ellis's theme out of the way first because we know how to play that one, right? I want to make it sad because Ellis is having a hard time. So forgive this interpretation of Ellis's theme. should play Ellis's theme like that all the time. I don't know if it would fit all the time, though. Sorry. Oh, hey, thank you, Cassidy. Appreciate it. Sorry if I missed some chat stuff. Sorry if I missed some chat stuff. I do like Ellis. Oh, thank you. Thank you, McFarlane. Okay, Viv. Remember when this was switched? Remember when, like, Viv was, like, a prison plant? Just a low prison plant, and then Ellis was, like, starting to look almost like a tree? I left an earbud in my ear overnight while sleeping. Okay, I'm not gonna finish reading the end of this before saying, that sounds like a nightmare! Headphones hurt me! In fact, ow. I've actually been having a specific issue with my left ear, and I hope it just fixes itself because I don't want to go to the doctor. Also, I kind of need my ears for work. I'm getting back to the whole question that Cyber had. Cyber says, I left an earbud in my ear overnight while sleeping by accident, and now I'm paying for it dearly. I'm getting weird crusties inside my ear, and it's painful. Yeah, my ear hurts. If I just go like this, like kind of just like press on a little bit, it hurts really bad. But not this one. This one's chill, and I don't know what happened to him. I'm really sorry to hear that, Cyber. Our ears are very important. They warn us when there's predators afoot. Well, they warn us when there's predators afoot. And also, it's kind of what I need to make my living, so we gotta take care of our ears. Cyber, you gotta hear stuff. You gotta hear. Oh man, I got an earbud stuck in my ear last week. I almost had a heart attack. That's way worse than whatever I said. Unbei says, I had to go deep in with tweezers. Ah! Oh, no. No. Never that. Never the tweezers. Not in my ears. Jesus Christ. I don't want to rupture something. Unbei says, used to sleep with headphones in, but I messed with my primal instincts forged by generations of listening for wolves in the forest. And you don't want to do that. Again, guys, predators. They're out there and they make sounds sometimes. We gotta stop this creepy ear talk. You gotta hear stuff or else, says Ron. Yeah, or else the predators might get you. I think that I'm always afraid of... I mean, I carry earplugs, right? I have earplugs in my keys. You can't see them, but like, you know those little... Oh, you can see them because I have them here, guys. So this little pill thing that people would normally put lactate in... Oh my god, why am I not putting lactate in this? That would be perfect. Don't know why I smelled it. But anyways, there's this is where I keep my earplugs. And that way, no matter where I am, as long as I have my keys with me, which I always do, I always have protection. Never leave home without it. Because I'm afraid of losing my hearing. I already have mild tinnitus, and if it gets any worse, I won't be able to make music, or at least not music that sounds like anything good. And so I always try to take care of my ears because I feel like they're conducive to my career path, and I also try to take care of my fingers because, well... What a wholesome use for that capsule, says Aang. Yeah. Right? When I'm in the streets, though, says Ube, it's Headphone City. Can't stand the noise. Make me go mad. Mad city. Mad city. Good kids living in a mad city. Cyber says, for when there is a random rave, you gotta have the MF thing on him. I do need to be prepared. I'm the type of person that when an ambulance drives by, I do the, like, ear-plugging thing. And not, like, in an annoying way. I just, you know... I try to, like, keep it under control. Because when I was a kid being a loose term, but when I was, like, playing in bands and didn't know any better, I was playing shows with no earplugs. I was just, like... Remember yesterday when I was talking about the drummer that's, like, right behind me and just, like, blasting us out and we have to have monitors pointing at us? I have drums hitting me in the back of the head, and I have monitors slapping me in my face, and I'm just up there smiling and playing bass guitar like nothing's wrong, and then afterwards my ears are ringing for 6 hours, and I'm like, that's just part of it, baby. That's part of, like, being a musician. It's not. Take care of your ears, guys. It's really important. Once that stuff goes, we don't have the technology yet to, like, bring it back. Anyways, ears gotta be taken care of. Very important, says Pengu. I agree with this. Fumiko. Hi, Fumiko. Fumiko's asking how I'm doing. We should probably get to the check-in. I'm doing okay though, but I'll talk more about it in a few moments. Ombe says, "Did you know if you have to raise your voice to talk to someone in an environment, you should be using hearing protection?" I do know about this, Ombe, and I agree with it wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. Oh man, yeah. I wish I started using earplugs earlier too. Easier to. Yeah, it's important. I think just like a lot of kids, it's kind of like when you're a kid and you're freaking like eating Fun Dip for lunch and then washing it down with an ice cold Code Red Mountain Dew. It's like you don't know any better. You don't know, you know. But luckily at that point in your life, your body can kind of handle it. But like you got to figure things out. You got to like freaking take at least 2 swigs of water every now and then. Hey, what's up, Theo? Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. I typed a button. My phone suggested a peach emoji. It better have. Peaches don't... You know... Peaches do not look like butts. I know that everybody's like, oh, it seems like it's like partitioned a little bit, like there's 2 lumps. But if I ever meet a human being that has a butt that looks like a peach, I'm calling the cops. Checking in with you. It's time to check in with me too. I'm fine, I'm checking in with you. Welcome to the check-in portion of the stream. Now would be the time to tell me how your Monday went, because today's Tuesday. Oh my god. Oh, I actually have a story, but please check me in. Please check me in. Also, I like the clap. I know Liana's strict, and I appreciate Liana's strictness. Liana, you don't know how much I appreciate your strictness. You know, I remember as a kid, you know, running around, eating mud, eating dirt, throwing rocks, breaking glass, kicking people in the teeth, having my teeth kicked in a few times, swimming in the canal, you know, trying to catch pigeons, running after javelinas. If you don't know what a javelina is, definitely Google what a javelina is, because they're all over Arizona, and I definitely chase them sometimes. Like, being a fool, basically, or encountering death all over the world and thinking to myself, I'm invincible. I can handle it, man. I can handle it. I had bubblegum shaved ice and those little cinnamon twisty things they have from Taco Bell. And I felt strong, man. I felt like I could, like, wrestle a bear. And I remember my parents being around and being very strict and saying, don't do that. Don't do that. Stop that. Stop that. They'll kill you out there. You'll die. And then what? And then what? Then I'll just have a corpse on my hands. You gotta watch out. You gotta be careful. And I thought, man, screw you, Dad. You don't know. You don't know like I know. I'm a genius. Who beat Bomberman 64? Not me, but I saw my brother do it. I'm a genius. And now as an adult, I think that I can appreciate the stricter people in my life. I mean, I can appreciate when someone is a little like, hey, man, do you really need the extra large? Why are you getting a refill? Are you that thirsty? And I'm like, leave me alone, but also, yeah, you're right. I remember Cyber saying, Omni, why are you getting the 12-pack of Surge? You're gonna regret this. You're gonna regret this. And I said, it's nostalgia, baby. I'm gonna drink it on stream. It'll be a gas. Yeah, you know, it was a guess. It was a guess. Let me look at these check-ins. First check-in. Let's go endless stream. I don't know where that came from. I can't do this forever. We're going to be here forever. Wait, what? No, we'll be here fine. Well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I promise. It'll be better than yesterday. I promise. Amiibo Boys Monday check-in is that some old friends from high school that I haven't seen in over a year stopped by my house and surprised me. We went on a couple hours catching up, and now I want to make more plans with them soon. Oh, reunion time. You called it, Amiibo Boy. A friend of mine from high school that moved to Japan, I've been texting them a lot lately, and it's been, wow, you know. I think that everybody should have the opportunity, Amiibo Boy, to know someone as a child, and then grow up, maybe grow apart, and then reconnect and be like, hey, remember this? Remember how cool that was? Or remember how whack that was? Or I've been thinking about this thing, and hey, you know what? Sorry, bro. Sorry, man. I was kind of whack. Or like, thank you, man. you were kind of dope. You know, like sometimes you, as a kid, you don't have the like the self-awareness to address a lot of those things. And I think being able to revisit them. Anyways, Amiibo Boy, that sounds great. Cyber's got a clipboard already. All right. Let's get through it then. Let's get through it then. Monday check-in for Pengu says, I found out I'm fired in 45. Oh, I find out if I'm fired in 45 minutes. You're going to find out if you're fired at the end of the stream. Pengu? Give me live updates on that. Also, do you like your job? Is this devastating? I know I've been fired. I think I've been fired. I think I've been disciplined and then I quit. Titanium says we're the same. We're the same there. Stubborn about my poor decisions. Yeah, I'm stubborn, but I can usually recognize when somebody is well-meaning and they're ribbing. Ribbing? Think of a better word, Omni. Well-meaning and they're chiding. Chiding? Well-meaning and they're nitpicking? Oh, see, now that sounds bad. I'm gonna go back to ribbing. Pengu says, I hate this dang job. Oh, okay. Wait, Surge is back, says Super Val? It's on Amazon. I think, maybe? I don't know. Better than yesterday, a very low bar, says Dar, who did not enjoy the stream yesterday. Sorry for double message mods. I forgot to censor. No worries. Thank you, Pengu. Thank you, Pengu. Thank you, Pengu. I feel lucky to still talk to my best friend from middle school, says Lindsay. Who was my best friend from middle school? Who was my best friend from middle school? Don't say it. Don't say him. You gotta find someone better. Don't say him. He was trash. You know what? I think all kids are trash. My best friend from middle school kind of like ruined my life. But he's a firefighter now, so now he saves lives. So it all worked out in the end. Umbe said, well, actually he's an EMT. He's not a firefighter, sorry. He was getting... No one cares. No one cares. This isn't his stream. Umbe says, check in. School is opening back up, so my hours are earlier now. Time to bounce early. Oh. Well, crap. I'm sorry. But that's actually really cool, though. That, like, I mean, you're getting back out and getting back into it. Cyber says, I almost want to make a prediction, but that sounds like a serious thing, so I'm not going to do it. Says Cyber about the getting fired or not. Word. Jesse's checking his I don't want to miss work, but I'm starting to miss steady paychecks. Oh. I don't miss work, but I'm starting to miss steady paychecks. It's getting close to the time where I have to start panhandling for contracts again. Jesse, it's ups and it's downs. It's peaks and it's valleys, but I feel you on that. There are definitely... I mean, I don't need to say it, but I feel you. I feel you. So much. But I hope it all works out. Sometimes Jesse, at least in my life, I feel like... No, I'm gonna visit that back. I'm gonna come back to that. Remind me to come back to Jesse's thing about peaks and valleys. And steady paychecks. Kids check-in for yesterday was slightly stressful. But I actually managed to sleep decently. Sometimes stress can do that, right? I used to cry, kid. I used to cry and cry and cry. And cry until I didn't even know what I was crying about. But you know what? I slept like a baby. I was a baby. Anyways, Kit says yesterday was slightly stressful, but I actually managed to sleep decently. I was going to embroider today, but one of my hands has a knot in it. Oh my god. Kit, when doing embroidery, is it like a thing that can cause that? Is that what caused the knot in your hand? Or is it from something else? Umbe says, yes, I have no clue if I'll get there on time. I'm not used to these hours. Later, guys. Bye, Umbe. I hope you make it on time. I've quit before I got fired, says Superval. Yeah, it's a pretty baller move. I like it. I like it a lot. Kwame's check-in. First of all, before I read this, guys, Kwame always has sick check-ins. Kwame always has check-ins that make me... Anyways, Kwame always has check-ins that makes me feel like I need to, like, improve my life. So, prefacing it with that. Kwame says, the check-in for Monday was pretty decent. I had to call with my boss's boss. Something I don't even get to do. Talk to the boss's boss? I had to call with my boss's boss. It sounds like it might be going in the... Sounds like I might be going in the field soon, which I'm excited about, but nervous about. Trying to make more plans with a friend I've been seeing recently. Trying to contain my excitement is getting hard. I don't want to seem too overeager. What on earth? That's so sick. Containing excitement. Wow. Man, all right, Kwame. I hope that you get to hang out with a friend, though, and that's dope that you're excited. Honestly, sometimes I miss being excited. Now isn't one of those times, but there are times, where I miss being excited. All middle schoolers are trash, says Liana. Yes, one consistent thing about middle schoolers is that they are garbage. Cyber's check-in is that it rained a lot yesterday, and it continues to rain now. My life is getting back to that thing where not much happens on a daily basis, but I'm still feeling dread because there's like threats of normal life returning, and I'm not feeling it quite yet. I need a shower, and I'm debating on getting a haircut. I never shaved my head, but I might. What? Sorry. I never shaved my head, but I might. Reasonable, Omniboy reaction. I just might. Don't threaten me. Cyber, I relate to this. Cyber, if I hear one more person say, getting back to things, or getting back to it, or, wow, things are returning to... If I hear any more, terminology like that, I might lose my mind. I'm tired. I'm just tired. Everybody's saying, oh, wow, we're really getting back to things. It's time to get back to things. Oh, looks like we're getting back to things. I can't wait to get back to things. What is things? What is back? Where is to? I don't want to get back to things. I want to sit here and I want to just mold and... It kind of like, what's the word? Wallow? Kind of want to wallow, and then season 5 of Morning Medley starts, and I have no money. But I feel you. In all seriousness, Cyber, I do feel you on that. It's weird. I don't know what I'm feeling. Because it's like, I don't feel like I want to get back to things, but then when people are like, do you want to stay where you're at? And it's like, not really. I don't really like it here either. It's a weird conversation, and I think a lot of people are having it with themselves. But as far as you shaving your head, I mean, hair grows, right? So, why not? I don't know. I don't feel like I'm allowed to talk about head shaving. I haven't been to a barber in so long. I don't know. Pangu says, I spent a while on that one, didn't I? Pangu says, I've already applied for 5 jobs, so I hope they fire me. Pangu's ready to move on. Pangu's like the type that's like 1 foot out of the relationship. And I was like, yo, I kind of feel like this thing is already shipping. I got a few biddies over here. No, I'm joking. But seriously, Pangu, I do hope that your work relationship works out, even if it has to continue at a different job. Crying is great for stress relief, says Jesse. It was when I was a kid. It doesn't help me now as an adult. But it was cool as a kid, for sure. For me. I know everybody's different. For me, when I was a child, I would cry until... I was one of those people that would cry until I cried a headache. I was like 10 years old, and I would cry until my head was like throbbing, and then I would just kind of like stumble around the living room and like collapse on the floor and sleep, and I'd wake up and the sun would be down. I'd wake up and I'd be like, dang, I feel good, man. Cried it out. Time to go play Fighting Force 64. Kit says, I cried from anxiety yesterday, and I know that helped me sleep. Oh, well, heck yeah. So I wasn't that far off. Don't gas me up, says Kwame. That's what I'm here for, Kwame. Just think of me as your local propane tank. Lucy says, crying advocate, word. If they don't fire you, will you quit? Says Lindsay, asking the real questions. And Pangu says yes, so. Regardless, this job isn't going to stay in your life for very much longer, I suppose. I don't cry much, says Cyber. Last time I remember freaking out was I lost all my work for a final in my graduate degree senior year. I'm pretty steady otherwise. Yeah, I don't really cry either, but I don't necessarily think that it's because I don't experience sorrow. I think I just handle sorrow. I express my sorrow very differently now than I used to maybe 10, 15 years ago. And it just it doesn't really come out as a cry necessarily. Something that, if I'm being honest, something that my sorrow comes out in now, guys, is fatigue. And sometimes not often, but sometimes physical illness. Like if I get really, really upset, I'll just like develop a cold or I'll like develop a flu just out of nowhere. Like my immune system like gets word from like it like gets word from like my heart. It's like, oh, you broke? I guess we're just gonna go on strike too. And then they just quit. And then I'm like throwing up and stuff. It's pretty funny. But I don't cry for whatever reason. Kid says, I think so. I was picking up the kid all day yesterday. It was hard to say, but Tiger Balm is helping the muscles calm down. Word. Picking up the kid can also... I don't know. I hope your hand feels better, I guess. How about that? I hope that no matter what the culprit was, that it isn't for very long that you have this ailment. My desk is already packed up and has been for the entire week. I've been waiting to find out, says Pangu, about the job. Don't say it. Don't say you haven't felt that in years. Oh, okay, never mind. Got ahead of myself, says Aang. I just caught up with Kit's dapper up. Kit, pick a number between 1 and 30. Check in for Titanium Jones. So far, my brain is feeling a bit like soup this week, so I'm just trying to force the funk, plus get things done. I feel that. I feel the soup head. I feel the soup brain. Got me feeling like Cuphead. Kwame says, you know what I mean though, Omni? When you're really hype about someone, but you're scared that the excitement might scare them off. Kwame, I'm gonna come back to you at the end of the chat, when I catch up with the chat, because there's no simple answer from me for that question. Well, I'm glad you'll be free of this job soon, says Lindsay to Pangu. Preach it. I'm trying. Remember I wanted to be a preacher, Titanium? I wanted to be a preacher for all the wrong reasons. God, please no more back to normal and things, says Superval, who's also a little tired of it. Don't ever work for Amazon call centers, y'all, says Pangu. Don't do that to yourself. I wouldn't even dream of it, Pangu. But the pay, you know. My sister works at a call center. Or, never mind, let me take that back. My sister works at a job where she calls. What's the difference? Anyways, she gets paid really well. Anyway, so, I mean, that's alluring, right? I think shaving your head is fun, says Lindsay. To Cyber, I think. Aang says, their check-in is, I'm trying to get better about creating things and only showing them to 3 people. Releasing stuff is scary and I'm a coward. I have to touch back on that. Guys, you guys need to make worse check-ins, is the problem. You guys need to... When I was check-in, somebody just say, like, my dog pooped. My dog pooped and craft singles are up 75 cents at the local market. I need a check-in like that. But you guys are giving me, like, juicy check-ins that I actually want to talk about. I'm going to come back to that one, Aang. I have to come back to that one, and I have to come back to Kwame's. Whew. Okay. Alrighty, y'all. I'll be back, says Pangu. Goodbye, Pangu. Hopefully get good news. Good news? Whatever that may be. Umbe says they're checking part 2 before I go. Said I'd get a mohawk like a week ago. Now I have a mohawk. Congratulations, Umbe, on your new hairstyle. That's pretty sick. Omni, the more you tell me about your life... Teeth! The more you tell me about your life, the more I smile. We have a emote for that, Dar. You can just use the Omniboy emote for that. And then Dar says, God, what a mood. Aw. Cool. Reading this almost made me cry, says Aang, about Cyber's not crying. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that no more. Sometimes I want to, but I just... sometimes I want to because I see other people do it, which is not the right reason to want to cry. I look at somebody... It's like looking at somebody else puke and being like, man, where's my vomit? Ron says, oh, you know what? I gotta check in. Math finals is tomorrow. Everyone in my school is stressed from here to Antarctica. I'm so sorry, Ron. Finals is like a foreign concept to me now, but I do remember the stress that it caused. Yo, Omni, how you doing, man? Says Idiot Goon. Idiot Goon, you're in here! Sorry, Idiot Goon, if I'm reading your comment really late. Thank you for being in here. Appreciate you. And I love your streams, man. I love your streams. I love hearing you talk. Some people have voices that make me feel, like, good. And yours is one of them. Sorry if that's... No, that's not weird. I'm allowed to say that. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for having a really cool... enjoyable stream. Can somebody shout out Idiot Goon if it didn't already happen and I'm just really behind in the chat? 2 things to come back to now, says Lindsay. My immune system did not like being upset, says Dar. Now tired of the physical manifestation of my upsetness. Like I will want to drop dead. Word up, I can relate to this somewhat. Touchback in on Jesse's steady paycheck comment. Check back in on thank you, Lindsay, on Kwame's eagerness comment, and check back in on Aang's creative comment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Am I close to the bottom? Watching someone puke and be like, I'll have what they're having. Honestly, puking, Cyber, the same way people are like, crying feels so good. I feel that way about puking. I've puked. I can count on my hands the amount of like real pukes I've had in my life. I'm not talking about the stuff where you just had a little bit too much of the Gouda cheese and you burp, but like the Gouda tries to escape through your... This is disgusting. The amount of vomit I've swallowed back down because I've been like on a dinner. Guys, I can make a whole series out of, if I can make like a montage out of all the times I've been out with somebody who I liked and I've puked in my mouth and then swallowed it back down. And they've noticed it. They've clocked it and they've been like, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need to... And I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just gonna start chewing some gum. Man, boy, do I have an appetite for gum now. Alright, anyways, I only sent my music to my parents like a year. Baby Steps, You Got This says Umbe about Explosion, only sharing things to about 3 people. Idiot Goon has a very distinct voice on stream. Absolutely, Cyber. I'm catching up, guys. I'm catching up, I think. I think I'm catching up. I'm glad my voice is of use, says Idiot Goon. Thank you for the shout-out, you legend. Thank you. Oh my god, guys. He's back. Okay, I have to do the counting thing again. I'm so sorry. This stream is a nightmare, but we have to count. We have to count soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay, oh my god, this is gonna be so hard. Can somebody keep track of the beeps? We have 7 so far. Somebody else, please, in the chat, keep track of the beeps. I need to catch up on the check-ins. Whew. When I puked as a kid, I was called the faucet. It was not 8, 9, 10. It was not a good time, says Cyber. What? How, says Cassio. This is really funny. Okay, I think the first time I puked when I was... Oh no, we're all just talking about vomit now. Was I at 11 beeps? No, I lost it. I lost track. Somebody please tell me you were keeping track. Please, we're not combining this with the first truck. This is a different. This is a different truck. This is a separate truck. The first truck had 13. This is a completely separate truck. Please tell me somebody's keeping track of the beeps, because I just lost it. I'm gonna try to catch up on chat. There were 13 earlier. Yes, there were 13 earlier, Ron. I'm aware of that one, but this one, we're trying to separate this one. 15 now, says Forginal. Thank you. 15, we're at 15. 25 total. What are you talking about? No, we're not combining them. They're two different... I can't stop the stream, though. This is the most chaotic, this is such a nightmare. Okay, 15 total? There was just a bunch of beeps. I don't know if you guys caught them. Oh, no. It's up to you guys, It's up to you guys. This truck is for you guys. Please keep track of the beeps. 26, says Dar. How many now? Either 13 or 14. Noise might have covered ones. It's okay if we're one off. It's okay if we're one off. Plus 12. Oh my god. Math. Okay. Okay. I should have expected this. 38 total. Dar, when you say 38 total, you're not... 40? For truck number 2. Okay. 40 for truck number 2. Why are y'all making him do math? 3, 4. That's 9. That was 9. That was plus 9, yes? This is hilarious. That's +3. 50 total for truck 2. That's 10. I'm going back up to your check-in, Lindsay. I'm so sorry. That's +10. Check-in. Ditto Angs, Ditto TJ's, Soup Brain, Fear of Sharing Creations. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait to touch in on... I can't wait to touch in on your guys' check-ins, because That's 16. I can't wait to touch in on your guys' check-ins, because I have a lot of things that I feel like would relate to them. Especially Aang's in the... That's 9. Especially Aang's thing about sharing creations, and the Kwame thing is going... the Kwame thing is also going to add... 79? 88? Oh. Okay, alright. 87? And Jesse. We're going back to Jesse's thing. I thought Jesse left the stream. Did Jesse leave? I might be getting... I'm a mess right now. I'm gonna do them in reverse. Because... Now, why is he just chilling there? He's done. You're done. Get out of here. Okay. Aang first. Aang first. Aang, you said... You talked about, this is going to be hilarious for me to try to get through. To me only. Only funny to me. He's leaving now. Okay. Alright, let's all just relax. The garbage truck is over. He's out of here. He's gone. The beeping has stopped. Now let's return, shall we, to the check-ins. Aang, you talked about, sharing your stuff with just 3 people. Now, a lot of artists... These don't count. These beeps don't count. He's not in the cul-de-sac. These beeps don't count. Ignore them. They're inadmissible. So you talked about sharing art to just a few people. I think that when I first started making music... And this goes to anybody. This is like specifically to have you caught any crazy moments on window cam before? Not yet. There was a really bad fight once. But it was before I had window cam. Do you guys remember that? Remember when I had to like end the stream and go out there? Anyways, oh my god. Oh my god, now the beeping. Okay. Okay. Aang. Hopefully you're here. Hopefully you're listening. Oh, thank you. A shock to my system. Okay. Aang. When I first started making music, and this is for everyone. When I first started making music, the beeping is there. I'm just going to ignore it and power through. When I first started making music, I was making it for myself. And so I didn't really share it with people. We should play sounds 88 and 13 to commemorate the event. We will do that. We will do that. Who knew there was 88 beeps for the second truck? I'm getting sidetracked. Aang, when I was a kid, like a younger person, and I started getting into like making music, it was literally just for me. It was like playing a video game or playing with a toy or skateboarding. It wasn't really a performance thing. And I didn't need people's feedback, because why would you want people's feedback on just a thing you're doing for fun? It's like playing Street Fighter. I wouldn't send like a recording of myself playing Street Fighter to somebody who is pro and be like, yo, can you give me pointers? Because I'm just playing for fun. And so that was my experience in the beginning with playing and making music. And when I first started sharing it to people, it was to my close friends, because that's who you share things with. It's like you have your close buddies and you're like, hey, here, check this out. And they sometimes don't even give you constructive criticism, because as a friend, it's kind of just like, oh, that's cool. You know, that's cool that you're doing that thing. Nice shoes, nice song. You're really good at this game. That's cool. And it's not really, there's no pressure, right? There's no pressure of your friends making you feel bad about a thing. It's simply sharing. It's not sending a thing for feedback all the time. And I think that as I personally have spent more and more time in art and creation, especially on the internet and in like a public eye, when you share something with someone, a lot of times there is this kind of, there's like a weird film over everything of like people, when they're shown something, feel like they need to respond with feedback. And a lot of people that show people things would like feedback in return. And so I think when you're making something, there's this really weird like tightrope that you're walking, where you're like, why am I showing this to the people? And I think that a lot of people, I'm not saying you're like this, or even that I'm like this, but a lot of people sometimes don't know why they're showing people a thing. I think we've gotten to a habit where things need to be shown, things need to be shared all the time, or people feel like they want to share something. They feel like an urge to share, like, dang, I made this sick meal. Let me take a picture of it and put it on Instagram. I'm proud of this thing. For whatever reason, they have like a need to share. And sometimes there isn't an expected response, right? Like if I post a photo of my face on like my Line timeline, I'm not really looking for somebody to tell me how they feel about my hair or something like that. There was no purpose for me. There was no ulterior motive of me sharing that picture. But sometimes when I do share something, there is kind of a thing that I would like in return. Sometimes, right? Like when I put out a new album or something like that, I would like people to listen to it and hopefully enjoy it. But if somebody listens to it and they're like, oh, the snare's too loud on this track, I'm not really listening for that. Like, that's not why I made the album. It was just like an expression for me, you know? And so I think that you talking about having 3 people to share your art and your creations with is super dope. Because I think a lot of people, again, with the internet, they think that that platform that they have is that space. And sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. I don't share all the music I make with you guys, you know? I don't share everything that I do with you guys. I don't share everything I do with anybody. But there are sometimes where I'll make a thing and I'll send it to like my like friends, like my close like artist friends, like the people like me or people like Eki, where I'll send it to them and they'll tell me how they think about it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Or they'll work with me on it and stuff like that. I think it's just good to have like an idea at least. And so if you are controlling those people, like you're controlling the 3 people that you would like to share it with, that's really dope. Because I think a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that control. They kind of just put something in front of a bunch of different faces. And maybe those faces or maybe those people don't care about you. Or maybe they don't understand your art or they don't understand you as a person. And they might give you like a really weird response. You know? It's a really complicated thing. But I feel you on sharing it with just a few people. Sometimes that's all you need, you know? There are a lot of things that don't need to be shared, but like, yeah, if you're ready to share something and you feel like you know what you would like to receive back, I think that being able to choose who you share things with is so huge. And sometimes, not all the time, very little of the time, maybe 5% of the time, I do miss having that. Because when I put something out, if I say something in this stream, if I put a song on Bandcamp, if I have a video on Instagram or YouTube, I do lose any type of influence on the reaction to it. If I show something to, if I send like a song to Liana over Line, or I send a picture to you, Aang, I do feel like, oh, this person knows me to a degree, and so they'll kind of understand what's going on here. But if that same picture is posted on Twitter or something like that, it's out of my hands at that point. But I do think that's a good, that's a good thing. What you said, sharing things with people consciously, sharing things that you've made with people. Kwame talks about being too excited. I can't contain my excitement. I'm so excited. Oh no. How long has that been a thing? I might have to prune Booba at some point. Kwame, the reason that I couldn't just say yes or no when you asked me if I could relate to being so excited that I couldn't contain it, is because I have actually the opposite problem. I'm excited about things pretty regularly. I would like to say that I'm as excited as a regular human being about things, but I don't emote and express my excitement in the same way a lot of people do. And I think that there have been times, Kwame, put yourself in my shoes. Actually, hold on. Actually, wait, where did I put it? I'm not going to try to find it now because we're already running over quite a bit, but when I went to that Korean barbecue dinner that I talked about recently, a coworker / friend of mine got me a pin because they had recently gone to Disneyland and they got me an Oswald the Lucky Rabbit pin. And they said, you might already have this, but I was in Disneyland and looking at stuff and I was like, oh, Omni likes Oswald, and gave me the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit pin. Now, full disclosure, I have 8 of these pins because of course I do. But it was the thought that counted. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. Once somebody does something like that for me, I am put in a very uncomfortable position because I don't know how to... react other than saying, thank you so much, and then putting it in my pocket being like, wow, this is really cool, thank you. But, I don't know how to do that. And there's been a lot of times, Kwame, there's been so many times with family members, with friends, with people that I've been dating, with coworkers, where they thought that I didn't like them, or they thought that I hated them, they thought that I was bored, or that I wasn't happy to be there, that I wasn't excited, or I wasn't enjoying myself, because I'm just really bad at, expressing that excitement all the time. And so, when you say that being too excited, you can't contain it, I feel like I have the opposite problem, where I'll really like somebody and I want to hang out with them, but I just don't really jump on it like that. And so they're like, oh, I guess Omni hates me, or I guess the first date was the last date because homie hasn't texted me in a week and a half. And I'm just like, nah, I'm just, I don't know. And meanwhile, I'll be thinking about the person every day. I just don't do anything about it. So, yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I used to be that way, though, Kwame. I used to be the other way, where I was, so excited that I would, have little self-awareness, and I would kind of, vomit my feelings onto people. And I don't know what happened. But that's gone now. Anyways, Jesse had a thing that I was going to come back to, but I can't remember what it was. I'm going to go back and see if Lindsay told me, because Lindsay did, organize them. I think. Oh, no. This scrolling thing needs to stop. Oh, okay. No, I don't remember. What was Jesse's thing? If somebody remembers, let me know. If Jesse remembers, let me know. But I don't remember what it is at this point. Me when I got my car on Christmas as Dar. You got a car for Christmas? Jesse's talked about steady paychecks. Hey, what's up? Taz, regular paychecks. The peaks and the valleys, right, of having steady work and then not having steady work. a friend of mine who is, she's really good. She's a really good DJ. She like spins vinyl and stuff, but she does a lot of like huge like corporate gigs, like biggie gigs, like gigs that I'll never get within, shooting distance of. And she talks about the season, how like DJing is seasonal, and me as an artist, being an artist is seasonal, especially a performing artist. People tend to be touring a lot during the spring and summer. That's when all the festivals are happening during the spring and summer. A few festivals happen in the fall, but like once it gets to winter, things kind of dry up. There's not as many cool events. There's not a lot of outdoor festivals. Like if you're touring, it's hard. Not a lot of people like touring during the winter, me included. And so what you kind of have to do is you have to like save up all your stuff from the busy months so that you can survive throughout the winter. And thank you very much for the follow. Shadow Pice, maybe? Shadow Pays? I want to say Pice. It's nice to meet you too, Shadow. Hi. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I am doing good. How are you doing? We're in the check-in portion. You can tell me how you're doing. How was your Monday? But what Jesse was saying about the peaks and valleys, it's interesting because there was that kind of regular peak and valley thing. But then once the lockdown happened, it was just this really, really long valley. And some of us, I'm going to be honest, guys, I just kind of got lucky. If I can be completely transparent with you all, I got to have like a transparent counter. I feel like I say that word a lot. But if I can be completely transparent with you guys, throughout 2019, I did a lot of contract work. Like I was I don't know if you guys remember this, but I was constantly like here for Yamaha. I was over here for Roland. I was doing a lot of like bigger corporation work, and I was touring at the same time, and I was like playing in Korea, and I was doing a lot of stuff. And I went into 2020 going, I'm about to spend a lot of this money that I saved up on an album, getting merch printed. Remember when I was talking about merch? Getting merch printed, going on this tour. I was about to fund a lot of my own tour. I was going to spend all this money on a lot of things. The world closed down. And I didn't have any work, but I did have a lot of the money that I had saved up to spend on art. And so I just used that money to, eat instead. And so when people were like asking for an album, I was like looking at like my album fund and I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm eating it today. Maybe I can release it tomorrow. But peaks and valleys are really rough, especially as like a freelance person. Or an independent contractor, which is what I am. And so I definitely understand you with missing the regular checks. Because back when I worked at IKEA, I did miss having regular checks and easy taxes. But, long gone are the days. Hope you're doing good. My Monday was good, says Shadow. Puts Monday in quotes. Intriguing. My stream playback is just being Garbo, says Lucy. I'm really sorry to hear that. Monday? Why is Monday in quotes? I met you yesterday. Are you somewhere else? Are you in Australia? Cyrus says, I think friends help us to center ourselves in the greater context of the world. I don't get the impression that anybody really truly cares about our endeavors. Friends, however, I think make life worth living, which is why sharing ideas and stuff doesn't scare me much because I got people who will have my back as I have theirs. Yeah, this is very important. Having the homies. Having the homies to kind of insulate you. Because if I release something, you guys have seen the YouTube comments. People don't like me very much. I'm going to start going to news pretty soon. But really quickly, I'm going to motor mouth through my check-in. I'm going to make it super fast, guys. We can't keep living like this. Okay, so my check-in yesterday. Oh, it's super easy. I ended the stream. We raided into a pixel artist. They were doing animations and stuff like that. It was amazing. I worked, and then I took my laptop to my desktop, and I was doing one of these things where I was like editing video. I was like making some new like Twitch alerts and I was making new Twitch alerts basically, and like stuff for OBS, and then I was working on music commission, and I did that until, what did I eat? I DoorDashed food. I didn't leave my house yesterday. Did I? I don't think I left my house yesterday. I DoorDashed Chipotle of all things. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess that's all of my check-in. It kind of sucked, but it was very productive. I got a lot of work done and watched people stream and talked to, like, I, like, texted some homies. It was chill. I feel like I'm forgetting something, which is probably for the best in interest of time. Dar's check-in is that looking for a college roommate is hard and intimidating. I think the random option might actually be better because, like, I don't have to decide what I want a person having not lived... Oh, what I want in a person having not lived with anyone but my mom for half a decade. I would choose random in your shoes, says Lucy. Dar, I feel you on this. I don't know that I can necessarily speak for college roommates, but as somebody who has lived in the same place for 6 years now and has had 6 roommates, I can tell you I've done both. I've done, like, somebody that I've known for years. I've done somebody that was recommended from a friend. I've done a kind of random thing. I've had a lot of people come through this apartment, and I've been fortunate that only, like, 3 of them were, like, awful. I live in a place, that place being Los Angeles, where it's pretty easy to find people that are looking for rooms. Like, everybody's always trying to move to LA, so usually, even if I just, like, put, like, feelers out there, like, hey, I have a room, usually people will jump on it, but still, finding a roommate is really hard. Particularly for me. I know I'm very particular. I like things clean. I like things quiet. Quiet within reason, you know, like, music is fine, but, like, I don't like, a lot of noise. And I like being left alone. I had a roommate that I'm not going to share their name because I love them. I love them so much. He's actually a really great dude, and I hope that he gets everything he wants out of life. But that fool, I'm saying fool lovingly, that fool would not chill. He talks to me all the time. I'd finish a stream. He's knocking on my door, my bedroom door, and he's like, yo, man, what's good? Like, you want to get, like, lunch or something? I'm just like, yo, leave me alone. And I would like do my thing where I go to boba shops just to, like, write and chill. And he's just like, oh, like, maybe I could tag along. And I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta chill, man. I'd be playing a video game and he was like, yo, can I, like, maybe I should hop on and, like, play co-op. And I was just like, please. I'm, like, in the kitchen, like, making a sandwich, and he's, like, looking over my shoulder. He's like, oh, that's sick, man. Like, is it cool if I get some of that? I'm just like, oh, no, please. Oh, God. Evict us both, landlord. Evict us both. I'd rather be homeless at this point. Liana says, lately, people have been telling me that they respect me for being a strong individual. For me, though, I feel like the struggle to cope with everything, I just appear to handle things okay and have wise things to say. Well, I mean, then that's being a strong individual. You just described what you are. I like chilling with roommates, but yeah, no, I gotta give people space. I just, I am the type of person that I would say, in all honesty, I do like living around and with people because I like background noise. What's up, Phoenix? Phoenix 2250. What is your name from? Did you know I used to live there? Anyways, like, I like being around people and I love community. I would never want to, like, live out in the sticks, but I do just like chilling. Like, I'm a very chill. I like chill. Sky? I talk about Sky every now and then. You guys know Sky. We have a song together. She's in the Discord. I will say, when Sky lived with me, sometimes we wouldn't talk to each other for, like, days. And, oh, it was so nice. We weren't even mad. Sky's just, like, Sky has, like, a Sky bubble, and I have, like, a little Omni bubble. And, like, I'd be cooking. Sky would, like, walk around me to, like, get into the fridge, saying absolutely nothing. And then, like, walk back to her room. I'd be playing video games, and Sky would, like, kind of, like, walk in front of the TV, like, get something out of the cabinet. Like, walk out the front door. And just leave. There was no, like, hey, where are you going? Or, like, heading to downtown? There was nothing. Just leave. Leave the door wide open. Just walk away. I would, like, peek out the window. Walk down the street. Who knows where she was going? Ugh. I love you, Sky, wherever you are. Anyways, Deloro Music, hello and welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow, and thank you, Mia, for the follow as well. I appreciate you both. Welcome to the show. We are just getting ready to go over the news. I still wonder what brought you here, says Dar. What are you talking about? I definitely had moments in my last house in Boston where the housemate would summon me, and I would be like, yeah, I don't like being summoned. Shadow says it's all about that balance. I agree, Shadow, bringing a little bit of levity and reason to the stream. You're absolutely right. I did not know about my sensory overload issues until I lived with others, says Lindsay. Lucy says people are dope. Good people are even doper, but, like, being out a lot takes a toll eventually. I agree with this. Thank you for the lurk, Liana. I appreciate that lurk. My tolerance has kind of reset during quarantine, and that kind of sucks, says Lucy, about kind of social overwhelming things. I agree with this. I think that was it, though, guys. I think that was all of the check-in. Was it? Can somebody remind me how many beeps the truck had? I do need to write that down. Time to do the news. I think it's time to do the news. It's definitely time to do the news. Do the news. Guys, we are going to crush news. Just allow me to charge. You need to play both on piano. Took a minute. Second truck was 88 beeps. Here's 88 sound on the keyboard. It's alto sax. And then the 13th sound. Ah, yes. Something that I've actually played on the stream before is just the phase E piano. Beautiful. Sultry. Now, time to murder the news. Murder the news. Guys, if you're newer to the stream, the first thing that I like to do at the news is I recommend a song for everybody to listen to on a playlist that I have made. Cyber just linked the playlist. It's called Rex, the Morning Medley song recommendations. And the first song that I'm going to recommend today, the only song that I'm going to recommend today is I Love It by Kylie Minogue. Now, Kylie Minogue is not a small act at all. A lot of you guys will actually probably have heard of Kylie Minogue or heard several songs by her. Kylie Minogue is something I like to refer to as a legend. Kylie Minogue is something that I like to refer to as a legacy act. Just an act that's kind of been around decades and decades, been through a lot of different changes and shifts in their sound and their style, but has always kind of remained prolific and productive. I'm recommending this song to you guys today for 3 reasons. The first reason is that it's just a very, 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 very good song. The second reason why I'm recommending this song to you guys today is because this song uses disco sounds. Now, Kylie Minogue has been around, again, for a long time, since the 80s, and her sound, while changing slightly, to modernize and little bits here and there, has always kind of been pretty consistent in that her singing style and the songs that she chooses and the producers she chooses to work with are pretty consistent. Now, while her sound felt very modern at one point, it did at a certain point become retro. A lot of her sounds became seen as, oh, that's like a really retro sound, that's very disco, that's very like vintage. She's got a vintage sound. But a lot of that doesn't necessarily come from artists like Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa is a modern artist also who has a very disco-centric sound. But we all know that Dua Lipa is a newer act. And so this is a more retro sound. This is a more of a regressive sound. But Kylie Minogue is somebody that's been around for a long time. I remember being a kid and seeing... this does look like a DDR song cover art. I remember being a kid and seeing Kylie Minogue had this song called Love at First Sight. And I remember seeing the music video and being blown away. And I saw it in I think I was in an FYE or a Sam Goody or one of those record stores. That's not a thing anymore. And I was like, this is really good. And then, funny that Cyber actually brings up that this looks like a DDR song cover art, because later in my life, I was in a Harkins movie theater, which is a local movie theater to Arizona. And I saw Love at First Sight on DDR. DDR Max 2 was the name of the video game, the arcade game. And I thought, wow, I kind of want to play this game. I had never played the game before. I only played it because I was like, oh crap, I know that song. There's recognition there. And it ended up getting me into a lot of really cool other things. But to kind of reel it back in for a second, the second reason why I want you guys to listen to this song is because it is very disco-centric, but you have to listen to it with the context that Kylie Minogue has been around since the 70s and 80s. So Kylie Minogue making a song like this doesn't feel necessarily like me making a song like this. Like when you guys see me make funk or disco-centric disco-facing records. I'm doing it in a way that it's like a time that I was never a part of, but a time that I appreciate sonically. Kylie was actually a part of this time, and a lot of the subtle things that she puts into her music, even in her vocal stylings, are very reminiscent of these older like disco, like Donna Summers types. So that's the second reason why I want you guys to listen to the song in context. The third reason why I want you guys to listen to the song. Sorry. Cyber says Kylie Minogue was Cammy, I think, in the Street Fighter action movie. Yes. I love Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue is one of them. Kylie Minogue, Sophie Ellis-Bextor. Anyways, Kylie Minogue. The third reason why I want you guys to listen to this song is because this song is not new. This song is not new, and Kylie Minogue has a huge discography of music. If you haven't heard Kylie Minogue, I would actually, implore you to listen to maybe like a couple of other songs, because Kylie Minogue has a huge discography and has worked with artists all the way from Calvin Harris, back when Calvin Harris was super small, to people like Pharrell. Kylie Minogue's all over the freaking place. And I want you guys, when you're listening to this song, to try to pick up on where this song exists versus those old disco records. Because obviously this is not a song from the 70s, okay? Like, this is not a disco song. Some of you guys are very familiar with, like, the different permutations of disco music, right? You've heard disco, you've heard disco house, you've heard city pop, you've heard future funk, you've heard all these different, like, takes on disco type music. This is its own type. I would call this disco house with a little bit of authority, but, genres are whatever. They're just words at the end of the day. I want you guys to listen to this song and see if you can hear the modern in it versus an actual 70s disco record, which I might actually sneak into the song recommendations at some point. But that is the song. I Love It by Kylie Minogue. It has been added to the playlist, which has been linked in the chat, again by Jaime. Thank you, Jaime. Reg says, straight up pimpin'. If you want to find me, I'm in the... Straight up pimpin'. If you want to find me, I'm in the... I'm in the... Pimp bin? Blimp bin?
Time to do the news. I think it's time to...
Kill it. I pressed the wrong button. What is with musicians becoming movie stars? When's Omni's big break? Omni for 3 Ninjas Part 4. Cyber. I want to be in a movie. I'm so close to Hollywood, Cyber. I can taste it. Cyber, I want to be in a movie and I want to have to kiss something. Not someone. Something. I want to have to kiss something that's CG. I want to be in Sonic 2 and I want to have to kiss Sonic or something. That'd be so cool for me. Anyways, Will Ferrell, the comedian. Will Ferrell, the comedian. I like that. I like that it's Will Ferrell and then Pharrell Williams. Will Ferrell. William Ferrell. I would like to be in the Three Ninjas movie. I would like to be in Sonic. You do not want that, says Aang. Okay, let me back up. I understand the Sonic fandom is different. I don't want to kiss Sonic. I would just like to kiss a CG thing. Let me kiss the Chromo Megamon. What's the thing from Stranger Things? Demogorgon. Let me kiss a Demogorgon. Omni wants to kiss a Demogorgon. For Will Ferrell Williams. Will Ferrell Williams. Okay, alright, okay. Guys, in other news, I do have some music out. Love Dream, Nice Dream, Speed Dream, Daydream, Lush Dream. Signals? Tall Tales? House of Omni? Quick Breath and Ego Death can be found on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon MP3, Tidal Group, Deezer, Pandora, Napster, and YouTube. Guys, remember YouTube? Remember when I was streaming on YouTube? Remember those days? Good days. I'm glad I left. If I hadn't left, I wouldn't know Reg. Reggy, scrambled eggy. Do you say this from experience, Aang? Says Lindsay. About kissing Sonic? I won't want to kiss a hedgehog. Starring as Mark Zuckerberg in Facebook. Ooh. I could make a good Mark Zuckerberg. I've seen him. I've got the hairline for it. I could do it. I could mess up my hairline again. You guys want to play an art game on stream? Says Cyber. I do have the hairline for it, Reg. Reg, remind me to show you a photo. I have a photo where, like, you see this? Can we enhance this? You see my hairline? It didn't used to be like this, Reg. It didn't used to be like this. I used to have the most busted hairline. By my own doing. I did it myself. Is it Mario Paint, says Titanium, about the stream joke? I mean, the stream game on stream? Yeah, I have to eat too. Fudge it, man. Raid Kit Boga. What? I'm not gonna raid Kit Boga. What a thankless raid that would be. I love, by the way, hold on. By the way, Jaime, I love Kit Boga. I love those streams, but I am not raiding into a stream that has like 14,000 people in it. Nary a me, and no thank you. I will raid into a stream with 3 people in it where there's a man on the ground. You know where I'm going with this, where there's a man on the ground and he's got people walking on him. I would rather watch a man be walked on with 4 viewers than go into a stream, an amazing, huge stream with tens of thousands of people, and I don't even get a shout out. No one even says, thanks, Omni. No one says, oh, welcome to the stream, Omni. It just, I join, and then I immediately get shot to the moon by a bunch of people saying Poggers, and Omega Low, and Keck W, and... I have a person lined up, says Cyber. Oh, never mind. Cyber has a person lined up. Bless you. Yeah, so true. Not enough. Not enough thanks for nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Spectrum says Poggers. On that note, I'm going because I'm hungry. Everybody's hungry. I like this. We all eat at the same time. It's Pizza Nista Day, by the way, guys, so... I'm going to be eating 2 delicious slices. I got my freaking Lactaid. I'm invincible. I'm a Superman right now, guys. 5,000 Twitch followers standing on people's stream. I don't know. Me no know. Raid T-Pain, says Reggie. I've never raided a T-Pain. Do you think he'd thank me? Listen at me. Ew, when did I become like this? I guess I have become the villain now. Why do I need gratification? What's wrong with me? Jaime says, I totally understand. Just know you've mentioned it before. Oh. I guess I have mentioned it before. Huh. I came back and then heard Poggers, so I had no context. I have no context. Oh, sorry. I probably shouldn't be saying that. I probably shouldn't be saying that word. I don't feel like I'm like... I don't have the vibe to say that word. I've stopped saying down bad in 4K, guys. Remember when I used to say that as a joke because I didn't, because the kids were saying it? I've stopped saying it. Turns out, I did a little bit of research and... You can. Regular says, depends on if you have boots with the fur. Or you're a bartender, Omni. This is true. When he said apple-bottom jeans, I pretended, along with all of the rest of Arizona. We all pretended we knew what he was talking about, but we didn't. We didn't know what an apple-bottom jean was. I thought that apple-bottom jeans were some special jeans that were like only big in like Florida, where the butt had the like baboon hiney. You know how like there's those baboons with the red. They have like those bright red butts. I thought that maybe there was somewhere where it was like apple bottom jeans. They're like, oh, you got the apple bottoms. It was like when Cardi B was talking about what'd you say? What'd you say? Like the bloodies or something like that. I thought there was like jeans that had like blue red butts on them. Aang says my mom bought me apple bottom jeans specifically because she thought that they were made for ethnic bodies. Aang. No, I don't want to ask any questions. I'm going to leave it alone. Oh, I'm getting hot. I think I have an ethnic body. Yeah, where are we rated to? I have an ethnic body. I don't want to be rude, but I feel like anything I want to ask is somehow rude. I'll put the command up once Omni starts. Yeah, I'm gonna play. I gotta play. All right, I gotta. I gotta play the man. All right, yeah, that's a good place. What is it? Stop it, Tinder. Somebody get rid of that comment. Get rid of Tinder. Tinder, we were all abstaining. Tinder. Oh, Christ. I'm gonna mess up if I try to play like that. Okay. Cyber got rid of Tinder's comment. Tinder, I have an ethnic body. Where does one buy apple bottom jeans? Remember when I was talking? Oh man, no. Baby. Why is the rate going so fast? I have Fat Farm clothes still. I have Fat Farm clothes still, Aang. Barbie is my British friend and she's playing Gardic with chat. Guys, thank you so much for being in the stream. Thank you for being polite to me. I mean, respectful to me and polite to each other. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow on Morning Medley number 373. But until then, please take care of your guys' self. We're going to go play a game, I think. I'm so sorry I rushed the end.